Good morning, scholars. This is Mrs. Thornton with a language arts lesson for Wednesday. Okay, we're going to be talking about literal and non-literal language, and hopefully you got a chance to watch the short video that explained the difference between the two. But if you didn't, literal means actual. It can really be true. And non-literal is we have to figure out what the meaning is. So it's a poetic way of describing something. And you're going to be doing it today with this pourquoi tale called How Indian Summer Began. A pourquoi tale is a tale that explains something. Pourquoi means why in French. So it's telling you why something takes place. And in this case, it's how Indian summer began. So here we go. Long ago, there was a generous and grateful man named Notacad. He was a good farmer. One year, though, there was a late frost and his garden died. He planted it again, and then there came a drought. Again he planted, but the cold autumn came and killed the plants. Notacad was very troubled. His family had gathered berries from the forest, but without the dried corn, squash, and beans, they would not survive the cold time. The leaves were falling from the trees, and freezing winds blew. One night he spoke to the master of life. I've always been thankful and never have asked for help, but I fear for my family. What can I do? Then he went to bed and dreamed. In his dream, the master came to him. I am giving you these special seeds, the master said. I am also giving you a time in which to plant them. When Notacad awoke, he found the seeds. He went outside, and though the leaves were still falling, the weather was now as warm as summer. He and his family planted all the seeds. The next morning, the seeds had already germinated. Green shoots rose out of the soil. The sun rose and set again, and now the young plants were already waist high. So it went from day to day as the special seeds given to him grew rapidly in only a handful of days of the Indian summer. Okay, now, as we read this, there were some parts that seemed like they could be real, and some parts that seemed like they were describing something happening in nature that maybe really couldn't be true. So, for instance, in his dream, the master came to him. I am giving you these special seeds, and I'm also giving you a time in which to plant them. I think I'm going to circle that because that seems like it would be something that is non-literal. Would someone really come to you and give you seeds in your dream? But I also see that he found the seeds. That's literal. So I'm underlining that part. At least I'm trying to. Okay, so this one was non-literal because it couldn't really happen. This one could really happen, so it's literal. Okay? That's what you're looking for in this piece of reading, this pourquoi tale. You're going to be doing some of it on your own. There will be a chart for it in your Google Classroom. And if you can remember the difference between the two, you'll have no problem. So good luck.